Scanning the field, it's Carr. Finds his man down the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares, problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Leaves it with the back. Gets it past the marker. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. He caught it. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They'll send the back in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. Notre Dame right back to the line. Back to pass, it's Carr. Big guy smells it. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Irish! Fitted in the window for the score.
That touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking downfield on first down. Taking a shot on the first play. Holds it in on the left. Oh, he's getting ahead of... And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Nice play there. And I know, you think Notre Dame football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have, but When you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good. If you've got a window to throw and that guy's out running a route, give him an opportunity.
Back to throw, it's Carr. Just a little off. Incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Here comes the heat. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Cuevas. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now, get ready for another one.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Williams. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Alabama pushing the tempo. Motion from the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Looking for the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown tie.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That's caught. It's Flanagan. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
Looking to throw, it's Carr. Blasted as he lets it go. Finds a man by himself. There he goes. He's at the 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
How about that job after the catch on a critical third down? He's able to make people miss. He's able to use his speed. Ball was thrown out in front of him so he could advance it, and all of a sudden, this offense set up first and goal.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. With jet sweep pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy from us.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where
turning it up, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And he'll step out of bounds, and that'll be it for the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Grabbed over the middle. It's Horton. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. On target to the left. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Williams. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the good tackle, forced the 2nd down and goal.
Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the fly motion. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Alabama! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and with that, they take the lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw, it's Carr. Tight end finds a soft spot. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Fields. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands. It's locked. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Throws for the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
They got him for a safety, and there's a fine line between being aggressive and reckless, and he just ran right across it when he ran back into his own end zone. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Under fire. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Alabama offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job of pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Alabama quickly back to the line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Trying to make magic with his feet. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. And here comes the offense on second down. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Gets rid of it. The short hands, it's Horton. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Wants to throw. It's Simpson. fires to the middle. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
Caught close to the marker. It's Horton. The Tide with the 1st and 10.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Caught over the middle. It's Horton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bernard. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his 2nd right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. That touch pass went nowhere. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown, Bama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. You better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't work it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. To the air, it's Carr. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. And little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Looking downfield on first down. He fires one deep over the middle. He's got it on the 25. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it. With that latest touchdown pass, might be a good time to mention Brady Quinn threw 6 touchdown passes against BYU. That record might be in jeopardy.
And that's a good day. If you're starting to talk about that already, you know he's spinning it. He's in the zone. He's feeling it, reading the defense, everything coming out on target. He is having himself a day.
Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. He wants to start this drive with a pass. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders. You're in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Just keeps slinging it. Makes the catch. It's Horton.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position.
Breaks into the open. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Back to pass, it's Simpson. Going for the big play. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. The problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback extends the play. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Bernard. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
And he's forced out of bounds after a huge loss on the play. What a boneheaded moment. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. And he's dragged down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On on 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To throw, it's Carr. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it for a big play. All out of space. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Got room at the 35. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
1st and 10 for the offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quarterback moving. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got it. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll go to the ground. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. Max going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Got it set up on the outside. He's into the end zone for the 2, and we've got a 1-possession game here in the 4th.
One play at a time. You needed the 2-point conversion to give yourself a chance to win. It's a 1-possession game. Now you got to go out and execute the onside kick, but a phenomenal job with that 2-point play to give themselves a chance.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Carr. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Touch pass on the run. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Gotta have it here on 4th down. Shoots it to the left. Ducked a quick pass. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Trying to find his man in the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taken him some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage to force the incompletion.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown time! The defense with the huge momentum swing, taking it all the way in.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
This crowd beside itself, trying to help that defense make a stand on the 2. He's got it. The 2-point try is good, and we are tied here in the 4th.
How about that drive and capping the drive off with a 2-point conversion? This offense comes up clutch. Now the kicking unit, the defense, got to hold them off and get ready to bring this thing into OT.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for room. It's locked. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Carr. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Got his man on the right. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Flips it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! They strike first in overtime. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he made the extra point without problem.